I'm just like any modern woman trying to have it all. A loving husband, a family, a podcast. It's just, I wish I had more time to seek out the dark forces and join their hellish crusade. And you're listening to The Swamp. It's our podcast, and it's an acronym.
Stands for some whack-ass movie podcasting.
And I did not deliver those lines like Angelica Houston, but
okay. And how could you?
I fucking tried my best, just like they tried with this sequel. I could not believe.
Did you hate it?
No, it was amazing.
Okay. Thank you. The way you set that up made me think you hated it.
No, like it outdid the first one. I was so pleasantly surprised.
It's so rare. That's a great list to have. Sequels that are better than the original.
There's actually a handful. I would say that Letterboxd list could be a dozen plus strong.
Absolutely.
There are a lot of good sequels.
Yeah, and this one is fantastic.
A lot of bad sequels too, and we're doing camp this month, and I think this movie qualifies on two fronts. They go to a summer camp, but this is also a camp film, as in
easily
notes on camp, it's giving camp, it's comedy, it's silly, it's gay, it's campy.
Beyond just the amazing stacked cast that they had, which is also full of very campy ladies, I mean, the writing is ahead of its time.
Oh, absolutely. They do not make comedies like this anymore.
No. Well, that's the thing, is this is a family movie, and I don't mind family movies. I like a family movie from, like, maybe the 80s or 90s, because they're not looking at you and, like, you're an idiot and feeding you slop. Like, this movie can be funny. It can be for parents, teens, kids, all of the likes. I think this movie touches every base and does it seamlessly.
I was actually thinking about sort of the PG-13 rating of it all. And I think that's like really the sweet spot that we don't hit anymore. Like you said, now it's just like, we wish we could say fuck, but we're just gonna say darn instead, and it just ends up kind of sounding stupid.
No, it's the whole thing of they have the one fuck that they get to say, so when they do it, it's like too corny and punchy. You know what I mean?
And there's so much build up.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're like,
it's like, ooh, they're gonna say the fuck word. Oh my god. Oh, they did it.
Oh. The only time I've ever kind of enjoyed anticipating that is truly watching Breaking Bad, knowing that they got one fuck a season and seeing where they put it was like
that's
little
different,
Easter egg fun thing watching. No, I agree with you. It was totally different. But no, I was like having this shower thought where I was like, if I was making the Addams Family and you're going to propose it with a certain level of like visual violence, right? Like it's comedic violence, but they are putting a baby under a guillotine.
Of course.
They are dropping babies. And if we're edging into a territory where it's like the movie's gonna have to be PG-13, like if we want to do enough kind of ooky kooky scary stuff that's going to be a little edgier, as the Addams Family tends to be, it's like, okay, well, it's going to be PG-13, so we're also just going to, like, say the word sex, right? We're going to have, there's going to be sex jokes. They're like, we're just going to work within the bounds of PG-13, like, to the full extent, without thinking of it as being a limiter.
Exactly. That's the thing, is I feel like we're so scared of, like, I guess overdoing it. I don't know. I don't watch kids' movies these days, even though, like, there's plenty of really great kids movies that still get churned out every year, and like more creative kids movies and stuff. Like, I don't know that I would rank like Flow as a kids movie, but I don't know, would you?
Well, I would find that something that is quote unquote a kids movie that ends up getting critical acclaim, we then just call animation. Where
there we go.
All animation is not kids movies, just like all kids movies are not animated. Like, I feel like that's a huge distinction. Like, just because something is animated doesn't mean its intended audience is children. The intended audience can be everyone, just like any other movie.
Yes. God, where was I going?
You think they're being talked down to? Well, I think there's an issue. There's a rising issue of like death and the totality of death not being talked about in kids media enough now because it's scary stuff. Like, you have to watch Scar push Mufasa off that fucking cliff so you can learn as a kid about grieving and what death is, because those are important lessons to know. Also, like, bad people do bad things in real life. Kids need to know that too, right? And we need to teach them it through media so that they don't, have a warped perception of the world. And I worry that too much kids media these days is so censored. It goes through 9,000 layers of like pre-approval and checks so that no one would ever possibly get offended that like kids are not learning these lessons anymore.
And it's not even it's censorship in like so many different fronts too, because it's the whole thing of like, because we're all on TikTok so much, we all say unalive, and now in like new literature that's getting churned out, people are genuinely using those phrases. And like dog, we're just getting dumber by the minute. I don't know. I would like Wednesday Addams to come to some public institutions and teach us all a bit of a lesson sometimes.
Are you caught up at all? Do you watch the Netflix show at all?
I watched the first season because it was very much like a COVID watch. I wasn't doing anything better. I put it on yesterday knowing that I was gonna watch this, and I was like, I'll get into it. I maybe watched the first minute and then I turned it off.
So is the new season that they're promoting right now season 2 or season 3?
Season 2, because Netflix works at a snail's pace. It's been, I think, 4 years at least.
Jenna Ortega is gonna be 40 in those pigtails. But I haven't seen the show, but I've seen all the press stuff, and I think her outfits have been amazing.
Well, it's just the whole thing of like,
we love the bleached brows.
Stop it.
The men hate them. The women love them.
Exactly. It's amazing. It's amazing. The fact that you get to see, like, everyone talks about like how the male gaze versus the female gaze, and like, I mean, like, men's perception of the female gaze is so warped, I guess, which like, it's the whole thing of like, take the Supermen for example, the two Supermen, Henry Cavill and David Cornsweet. Men are bamboozled by the fact that girls like David Cornsweet because he's pretty and looks nice, and not like jacked, ripped, like gigantic Henry Cavill. But like, it's the same thing.
Wait, I'm confused. Do those two men not look exactly the same?
They look exactly the same, but Henry Cavill looks like disgusting, hulked out, gigantic, like shredded. Do you know what I mean?
I agree, but I honestly feel like that's more about like the movie stylization. They just like didn't make David Cornsweet like dehydrate himself. Like, I feel like those men have similar bodies. They just put him in a more silly Superman outfit, and they put Henry Cavill in one that like had drawn on abs. Like, I feel like all the Zack Snyder shit, I'm like, you just drew abs on. Like, that looks so silly.
I don't know. Henry
Cavill's make those men dehydrate themselves.
He was gigantic too.
He is probably beefier. Yeah.
Well, don't get me wrong. David Cornsweet.
It was more about like the dehydration. Like, your veins have to be pulsating.
Exactly.
It's like, no.
Like, we need to see them on your bulge. Thank you. But it feels like the same way with the Jenna Ortega thing, because every woman on the face of the planet got it. And they were like, yes, this is like one of the most beautiful looks I've seen in like decades. And every man was disgusted by it just for a bleached brow. It was is insane.
Well, Julia Fox said it best. She said, I love to bleach my brows because they're it's men repellent.
She's
true. Like, boys don't talk to me when I get rid of my eyebrows.
That's true.
Julia Fox identifies as a lesbian now, right?
I think. Yeah, that sounds right. Oh my God. Speaking of Julia Fox, Safdie brothers, Marty Supreme.
I was Josh Safdie's muse when he wrote Uncle Jams. Timothy Chalamet is clearly Josh Safdie's muse when he's writing Marty Supreme. Because they have got that white boy so quirked up. He's getting a little motion.
This is his bread and butter. I think I'm
so excited for this movie.
This might be his Oscar. I don't know, guys. I think the way that I'm feeling about this, I'm feeling very hopeful.
So after I watched the trailer, if you haven't seen the Marty Supreme trailer, it's a new Timothy Chalamet movie coming out this Christmas about ping pong. And I don't know if it's about a real guy, maybe, I think, but just a competitive ping pong player, and it's going to get intense and whatever. Tyler, the Creator, is going to be in it.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Wonderful. The way
from fucking Shark Tank. I was like Kevin O'Leary.
Loki,
what are you doing here?
Loki, his line deliveries weren't bad, so I'm interested to see.
And Gwyneth Paltrow post ski accident.
I can't wait. I cannot wait to see Gwendy up on that screen freaking with that little twig boy.
I was having a thought, though, about the timeline of events and the way I feel like as a keen observer of Timmy, against my own will, but, you know, it just, this information...
You were there in the beginning.
This information just makes its way to me, and I keep it. And so I feel like the way he, like, prepares for roles, you can kind of see, like, in his behavior. So, like, if we're staggering, right, like, when he was preparing for Bob Dylan, he, like, had a way about him, you know, and then when he was preparing for Dune, whatever. So you think he's been in Marty Supreme mode? I think when he was getting all of his recent accolades for whatever, he was in Marty Supreme mode, because when he made that speech and he was like, I am in the pursuit of greatness. Yes. I'm like, that speech he gave, I'm like, he was like in a little method state from his Marty Supreme prep, or he had just finished filming it or something. I was like, that energy, he was in that mind space when he made that speech. He was Marty. This is going to be the thing that he's doing. He's going to be on the press tour for this for the next, I don't know how long, at least for a chunk of time. Probably also, through Oscar season, my guess, because it comes out Christmas. Obviously. Is he doing Dune now? Are they doing Dune now? Yeah. Yeah. He's bald. He's bald right now? Yeah, he's shaved bald. Have you seen? He's going to be... I'll send you pictures. What? He has a shaved head. He has a shaved head in Dune 3, Dune Messiah. Whoa. I'm dead naming the third Dune Messiah. He shaved his head, yeah. What was I going to say? Yeah, no, I think going from this sort of Marty Supreme mode, which also, like, I feel like he was, like, with all that Knicks shit going on, you know, he's feeling his white boy swag super hard lately. And going from that into Dune Messiah... Dog, that's gonna be crazy. He's gonna unleash something there. I'm excited. We're cooking. I'm excited for this movie, though. It looks really good. It does give me, you know, back to the Uncut Gems vibes. I'm excited for it, and I'm really excited for Avatar. So December is looking like a really good month for me. I'm also pretty excited about that new era. Let's talk about this movie, though. Addams Family Values. Suggested to us by month theme suggester, Brooke Drew. Thank you, Brooke Drew. Thank you, I had a great time with this movie. I had never seen Addams Family. Say, the fact that you had never seen this is crazy to me, because Miss Joan in this goes crazy. I think it would have been too formative for you if you saw this at a young age, I must say. Would have rewired me. Like Wednesday in this? If you saw this at 12 years old, girl... I think a lot of, so I had never seen Addams Family before we did it for the podcast. We did it, I don't know, probably sometime within the past year or two. 2 years ago. And I had never seen it, and then I watched it for that, and then I had never seen the sequel. I watched it just today for the first time. But I think a lot of things from the second movie I, like, knew about because of Tumblr gift sets of Wednesday Addams, like, in the... With the second... doing the Native American speech, and I had seen that. And I think there were a lot of things from this movie that I actually thought were from the first movie that then, probably while I was watching the first movie, didn't occur to me that they didn't come up. But I was like, I think a lot of this is what I thought the first movie was. Just from, like... I think this one has more things that got iconic on Tumblr. I guess is where I'm coming from. Certainly more referential. Yeah, I think it's just, I mean, first of all, I love that both movies are just like Fester's a fuck up. Yeah. What the fuck is going on with Uncle Fester? What the hell is going on with Fester right now? This one got so funny, though. I think they really honed in, and, like, just some of obviously the humor, I think they toned it up. They saw what they could do with the first one and then turned it up a notch. I thought that was fantastic. I thought it was... thoughtful's not the right word. No, it hit on all fronts. The script was tight, visual gags, good sets, good cast. Like, they were not missing. And it was campy. The camera work was good. I felt like the direction, everything was... The timing. That's what... Literally, watching this just made me pissed off. I was like, why can't we have comedies like this anymore? Exactly. No, the fact that every time Morticia was on screen, her eyes were just lit like that.
That had me
amazing.
crying. And it's just the thing that's like, no one would take the time anymore to do a stupid gag like that. Well, no one knows how to light anymore. We don't have gaffers these
Oh my
days.
God, where are the gaffers? Do I have to go back to school to become a gaffer and just show up on set so y'all
Probably.
can light your fucking shit?
Please,
Oh my God,
please.
the Fantastic
oh
Four
my
movie.
God.
Have we podcast since I saw that? I think I
No,
ranted
you
about it
haven't.
last
No,
time.
please. No, I haven't heard about this.
It was
Tell
just
me.
awful. It was bad. Obviously, it was just very bad. It was
really
so
bad?
It was so bad that I started configuring conspiracy theories about like Doja Cat had a birthday party.
Humiliation.
Like Doja Cat had an Eyes Wide Shut birthday party like
Yes,
10
yes,
years
yes,
ago,
yes,
and
yes,
everyone was
yes.
saying that she was like participating in like Hollywood humiliation ritual, like, you know, like weird culty, you know, and I think that was just because she was doing, you know, her own thing or whatever. Like, I'm not
Sure.
saying that that's necessarily true, but
She's just a
you
weird
know, like
girl.
her wearing that shirt of that like Nazi blogger. Do you know what I'm talking about? She like
yes,
she
I
like
know what
wore a
you're talking
T-shirt
about.
that like had a picture of like a person, a famous Nazi, I guess. I don't know. I didn't know who
I
that
don't
person
know.
was, but everyone was like, "What the hell is this weird thing?" And I almost feel like she does some of that weird shit as part of like humiliation rituals to move up the ladder.
Yeah,
because
yeah, you
why
told
was
me
she
about this.
singing? Why was she singing James Bond at the Oscars? Like,
Oh my God,
like,
that shit was
also
nuts.
was that a humiliation ritual? But then I'm like, she's dating Joseph Quinn, and I'm
You
like,
did
they
tell me
made him
this.
ugly on purpose to humiliate him as part
he's
of the
getting all these
humiliation ritual.
roles.
But this is me really pulling out some red yarn.
Why
It
is
was
he George
just
Harrison?
yeah,
Why?
he's like, look at that man. Johnny Storm is supposed to be hot, and they made that man look comically ugly. It was so bizarre.
It's
The
just a
CGI
shame.
looked
'Cause he's
awful.
not ugly. Oh, I'm sure it was butt.
It was really, and the lighting, this is what made it come out. Everything looked just so flat, and you could tell that some of the sets were good, and because they did this like pseudo 60s aesthetic thing, which actually didn't piss me off as much as I thought it would. It's like a modernized 60s, but I was like, literally, I just wish this was lit better. I'm like, this
That's the
would
only
look
issue.
nice if it was actually lit. Everything is just like so fucking front lit. It just looks bad. It just looked bad.
People need to just go and sit down and like watch. And I'm gonna sound like a dick, but just sit down and watch Citizen Kane. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? Just
Or,
anything,
yeah.
any old any movie that was like maybe
do you know
90s.
Do you know what movie that genuinely, I think the shadows and lighting in that movie moved me to tears is
What?
Paris, Texas. Have you ever seen that movie?
I watched like half of it for class and then didn't finish it.
Mhm.
So no. So I'm gonna say no.
Damn.
I know. I
Tough.
remember it being very visually beautiful, but yeah, I didn't get through that one. I know I need to.
I mean, you don't need to. You know, if it left you dangling last
No, well,
time.
it's one of those. Well, I was also like 20 years old and like
Too many
bored,
movies,
and
not
it's one of
enough
those
time.
like well, it's like when you get it as an assignment, you don't really want to watch it
Right, real.
sometimes. But yeah,
I only ever took classes about TV shows, actually. I never took any movie classes.
Yeah, the fact that you took a
which I'm
Mad
sure
Men
it shows.
show,
I'm sure.
a Mad Men class is amazing to me.
Back to the movie. You mentioned Stacked Cast. I wanted to go through and shout out some of my favorite jump scare highlights. So we obviously have the main Stacked Cast that is the Addams Family. I'm not touching that. Joan Cusack as Debbie Jelinsky is fucking enlightened. Changed
thought you
the
would've-
game
yeah.
for villainy. I was
I'm
obsessed
really
with this
glad-
bitch. Every line she said was iconic. Every outfit she wore was iconic. She did not fucking miss.
This is maybe, at least in my opinion, because I had seen this movie before, I would say her most iconic role.
Her
In my
best
personal
work.
opinion. Like you said, she didn't miss the whole time.
To me, she's always the principal from School of Rock. That's just like
Well, of
who
course,
she
that-
is.
Exactly. That's your
To
truth.
me, to
Of
me,
course,
and
of
for
course.
me. But I also really wanted to shout out David Krumholtz, aka Bernard the Elf from the Santa Claus movies.
Was that him?
He was also recently in Oppenheimer. You may recognize as a more recent
course.
role of his. Working actor David Krumholtz, who I always clock because I'm the Santa Claus fanatic in a weird
The way I didn't.
way.
The way I did. I knew he was familiar, but I didn't. I couldn't.
Wednesdays
I
with a
couldn't figure
boyfriend.
out.
Wednesday's little camp boyfriend, the asthmatic
I was sitting there, I was
one.
like, why is that Alfred Molina to me?
Oh my god, it could be baby Alfred Molina. Yeah, because him and David Krumholtz do kind of look alike.
Well, especially looking at him in Oppenheimer, I'm like, yeah,
he's morphing.
That
It's like a
checks out to me.
Pokemon situation. He's like the middle one, and David Krumholtz is the last. Or David Krumholtz is the middle one, Alfred Molina is the last one, but who's the baby one? Who, like, starts? I don't know.
God, what's the kid's name from, what's it called? The Sopranos?
Oh my god, AJ Soprano. Wait, that's so funny. Not at all. Not at all.
Damn, I haven't even watched The Sopranos like that, but I'm like...
Okay, but
anyways.
wait. Literally, I had to pause my TV because I was like laughing until I was in a coughing fit. Was David Krumholtz's character at the camp? They have this little like hut that they send this like
I know exactly what you're gonna
this
say.
like timeout hut, and they keep putting Wednesday and Paisley there, and they're like, you have to go to the hut and watch Lassie or whatever. And David Krumholtz gets sent to the hut. And, you know, he's like, I just wanted to read my book. Then the counselor snatches his book, and then he closes the door, and it just tight zooms in on a poster of Michael Jackson. And then it comes back to David Krumholtz just like a blood-curdling scream for his life. And then we drop it, hard cut, next scene. We are not circling back to that. Michael Jackson does not make an appearance again. There was no lead up to it. There was no follow up. It was so fucking funny. It just took, because it's like post surgery Michael. It was like white Michael Jackson.
It was
like
bad.
He was frightened.
It was bad era Michael Jackson.
It's 1993, so it's frightening Michael Jackson, which
my God.
Like, absolutely sent me.
And, like,
could not believe that made the cut. I loved it.
This is the thing that, like, this movie is so ahead of its time, because that has me crying, screaming on the floor to this day, and it's 35 years later?
Well, that joke aged in the right direction. You should be afraid of Michael Jackson.
But I mean, like, just about the entire movie, too. Like, it really, I don't know. I don't know if it's just very, like, a cornerstone of, like, millennial, like, early Gen Z. Like, we watched this as a kid. But, again, you didn't watch this as a kid. So, yeah, no, I get your virgin opinion.
And the parts of it that I found to be, as far as, like, dated comedy, right? I thought a lot of this hit so hard because it was just like things that were kind of silly, goofy, funny.
Yeah.
But then we do address, so like the camp part of this movie is that Debbie Jelinsky, she's the new nanny. She's trying to get Uncle Fester. She sends the kids away so that she can lock in on getting Matt D. And
of course.
Oh my god, though Uncle Fester is so horny in this movie. Wait, put a pin in that. Circle back.
I love it.
But the kids go to summer camp, and they go to Camp Chippewa, and much like last week, we discussed like white people using Native American culture for like the foundation of summer camp, and it's really shitty and fucked up, obviously. But like at the beginning, when they introduced this concept that it's like going to be a traditional American summer camp type thing, it's like, oh, Camp Chippewa, so quaint. That's in the native language. What does that mean? And then he says like orphan, ha ha ha. And it was like kind of played up, in a way that I was like, I don't know if I love that. But then we get into the whole thing where Wednesday's like, I'm going to use my time here to fuck up these racist white people and turn their... Why are we doing a Thanksgiving production in the middle of... It's like, it's a Halloween movie that's doing a summer theme that then is taking a Thanksgiving twist. I
love it.
Any time of year.
That's why you can watch this movie any time of year. Well, that's the thing, is you can watch this August to the end of November.
Yeah.
This movie exactly. I think that's something that's perfect about her. But it's so... Yeah, this movie is so self-aware. Obviously. Yes. Well, not the movie self-aware, but it's just, I don't know. Yes and no.
It's making fun of a certain type of person. Like, it's comedy, and it's punching directly more than I, thought that it was, because I thought it was just going to kind of be kind of cheap, oh, Native American, we're going to go in a teepee kind of jokes, but like, no, she was like, isn't this fucked up? Let's address...
Even Wednesday in 1993 is acknowledging her privilege.
Yeah, let's get a little more of that energy back, girls.
Yeah, keep it up. Yeah, come on.
Angelica Houston, Joan Cusack, and Christina Ricci were all having a mother off. The 12-year-old girl was a contender to shit on the mother toilet this time around.
And I think, honestly, I hate to say it, I think that Angelica came in last. And I think it's just because she didn't have to do as much heavy lifting in this one. She did plenty in the first one. But yeah, she had to contend with Joan and Christina. Mm-hmm. That's a hard ball field. Because I think Joan takes it, but I think Christina is a close second.
I was trying to find some like cultural tea on Christina Ricci because I remember there being all of this like wild cast drama about the show Yellow Jackets that she's a part of, and it's like the lesbian soccer team TV show.
Are you caught up on all that?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not good. But they put her in a fuck ass wig for that show.
It is diabolical.
She's
Misty, right?
Misty Quigley. Yeah,
amazing.
Absolutely diabolical.
Amazing.
There was all this cast drama that I didn't know if it was involving. It was like Juliette Lewis and like there was
Juliette Lewis hated the way that her character arc went.
But there was also like a big falling out within the cast members and something about like late in life lesbianism, like somebody like found like was discovering something about themselves. And I wish I had better keywords because I couldn't find anything on Google or Reddit. And I was like, was it Christina Ricci like talking about how she's like a late in life lesbian? But I don't think it's her. I think it's one of the other cast members. So
maybe
not relevant to this, but
It's not Melanie Linsky and her beautiful husband. I feel like it might be Juliette Lewis.
I don't know. Anyways, not important, but Christina Ricci.
Not to speculate on other people's.
She bodied this because I feel like they're always making her play kind of like freaky, corked up. Like she can't ever just play someone normal. They're like, you have mental illness.
She said you got to do the weird girl. Sorry, girlfriend. We're making you the weird girl.
Come on, look at your forehead. It's iconic. She serves
respect
it.
for you and your forehead, Miss Ricci.
Walk into the room, forehead first.
I'll tell you who impressed me this watch was the granny. She was really doing it for me.
Yeah, I love her. She's from Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. She's like, she's also just like a working actress. She's really funny. She does a lot of comedy stuff. She's got like a really iconic voice.
Carol Kane. She was in The Princess Bride as well.
I think also similarly as like a bog witch or something. I think
Valerie.
She's like...
Yeah, I think she's the one that's like with Miracle Max.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's probably,
That is correct. But going down, also mothering, but not in this role, Christine Baranski as the camp counselor.
Course.
That tight pan, there was a shot a fade to black where we then fade out from Christine Baranski's shaking ass. They're doing a little camp dance number and they tight pan out from her butt.
It's
starting.
Perfect.
She was like the shitty camp counselor trying to make all the kids do like the kumbaya activities.
I'll tell you
her
what.
in those shorts, it was really working for me. I was like,
I love a night. Don't get me started on 90s Baranski, okay? In her prime. Well, she's still in her prime. Actually, what am I talking about? Have you seen, and I wish I knew more of what I was about to say, but I don't know a hell of a lot about it. But have you seen her and King Princess's companionship that has spawned?
No, but that string of words has just sent me into another dimension.
So, hold on. Where is she?
Wait, good for you, King Princess.
King Princess, I believe, is in this show.
Does King Princess still make music? Or did we all just like clock that nepotism and she just quietly exited?
She's coming out with a new album. Music is decent. I didn't really listen to the last one. And before that, it was Cheap Queen. But she's been doing a lot of soundtracks. So she's getting her bag up, that's for sure. Doing a lot of that. But she is in this show called 9 Perfect Strangers with one Miss Christine Baranski, Nicole Kidman, Michael Shannon, Melissa McCarthy.
Oh,
it's a stacked cast.
I've seen Nicole Kidman's wig. I'm familiar with the wig.
Yes. But King Princess is also in this. And so
she's in it. She's acting.
She's in it. She plays this girl, Tina. I don't know anything about the show. But I've seen King Princess and Christine Baranski on the red carpet together. Bitch. garbage. It is. I'd watch. I hope something is going on so that I could watch. But like also they've done like interviews like where they like just interview each other kind of thing. I don't know. Even if there's not something going on there, I love whenever Diva Off is going on.
I'm obsessed. I'll have to check it out. That show looks like ass, though. It's based off of a very popular book, I believe.
Oh, sure.
Ba-na-na-na. That was supposed to be a snap, but for audio reasons, I did do a clap. Jen is here, my mother. She's going to host our interim podcast segment, Chocolate or Vanilla, where she says two things. We all say which one we like better. Jen, A, how are you today? And B, what is the theme, if any, this week?
I am pretty good today, and there is a theme. It's our family values, so it's all things that our family likes.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I want to right now put the label, when you say our family, some things on this list are not going to be applicable to every member, because I'm not letting you put me under the umbrella of whatever's on this list.
Is it going to be like the town?
Yeah, like, it's perfect. I do stand behind Pitch Perfect.
You will see.
Sour cream or something.
Yeah.
Each one is devoted to a different family member.
Okay, fuck yeah. All right, let's go.
This is great. All you listeners at home really get to know. Maybe I was just about to say our last name, but I don't think I should do that.
That's what I was going to say, and then I just said, no. Family values.
Okay.
Okay. Chocolate or vanilla or strawberry, because they're all threes.
Chocolate. They're all threes. So the segment this week is chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry.
That is correct.
Damn, switching it up.
I'll go vanilla still.
Okay, I'll go strawberry, so we can do one of each. Okay. First one, James Bond movies, classic cars, or a round of golf.
Okay, James Bond movies, classic cars, or a round of golf. I feel like the thing that I ultimately have the most respect for here is James Bond. Hands down. I guess that just is more leaning towards my tendencies. I don't really give a fuck about cars. And
I couldn't give a hoot about golf. Yeah. I love James Bond movies. I'm the one that said, yeah, let's cover Casino Royale for the third episode of this podcast.
Wait, did you see that Jeff Bezos wants his fucking botched wife to be in the Bond movies because Amazon Amazon owns the IP.
Oh, I'm sure.
Now, and so Mr. Bezos is getting up in there, and do you know what his wife looks like? She got to go to space. She looks crazy.
Yeah, and cuckoo bananas for sure.
Do with her in a Bond movie, it's gonna be so awkward because they're gonna have to do it. He's literally their boss.
They have to do it.
God, that is so disgusting, dude. Ew.
Looks like if she's gonna be in a movie, you know what movie it should be? A reboot of The Mask, formerly starring Jim Carrey. That's what that bitch looks like.
No, she to me looks like if they had to do White Chicks over again, but they just had someone play the body double. You know what I mean? Yeah. She's them in makeup.
No, reverse White Chicks. She's gonna do blackface.
That wouldn't shock me. But yeah, I'm gonna go James Bond because I love James Bond.
I will go with a round of golf. Next one, jigsaw puzzles, anything lemon flavored, or the Game Show Network.
Oh, I do love lemon flavor, so I think I'll go for lemon flavor because some of the shows on the Game Show Network, you're like, some really famous people host some of those shows, and you're like, who the fuck do you owe money to? Like, what gambling,
humiliation rituals
did befall you that you now have to like RuPaul hosted a show for a while that was just Wordle. People just got up there and did the Wordle, basically. And then either won money or didn't.
Like, I was like, this fracking empire. How?
It's not working out.
How? I'll go anything lemon flavored though. I'm a big citrus girl. Lemongrass is probably my favorite scent, so I'll go lemon.
Yeah, I'll go lemon flavored also. Next one, Clive Cussler books, a cold Sam Adams, or brownies.
Oh, well, Clive Cussler books are not good, but I have not ever read any of them, but I know by the type of people who take them out at the library that there ain't no way I'm obviously going to be picking brownies. I don't really care for beer either.
Yeah, Sam Adams does not speak to me, and I don't read whatever that is.
They're books about war. They're like
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'll go brownie.
As we progress through these, I'm also realizing now you made each triplet about a specific person. So we're not going to try to explain to you my family tree, but just know that each of these things is an embodiment of a particular family member that Jen is trying to evoke. Is just to, all of these three things are something that one person likes.
Okay.
So you're getting a pretty clear image of the Sam Adams, brownies, Clive Cussler guy. It's given grandpa.
Are you the Clive Cussler guy, Jen?
No, it's my grandpa.
You'll know mine when it comes.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know how broad in the family we were going. I didn't know it was as immediate or.
Yeah, no, I got quite a few.
Okay.
I'm gonna go brownies, obviously. Next one is this quote: "Leave the gun, take the cannoli." No, leave the cannoli, take the gun.
Leave the gun,
take the cannoli.
From The Godfather.
Yeah. The next one is the quote: "You're gonna need a bigger boat." Or the third one is just breaking into song for no reason.
You're gonna need a bigger boat is from Jaws, right?
Yeah.
That's a pretty iconic line.
Yeah.
I do like leave the gun, take the cannoli. I do not care for people who be singing. I gotta be real with you guys. If you just start singing for no reason, I am in my mind trying to strike you down with a laser beam.
How publicly are we talking? Wait,
if you're alone and you're chilling, whatever, if you're like in a social group of people and you're like humming and singing to yourself, I'm like, do you want attention? What do you want right now? I hate that shit.
Yeah, Jen,
you're so in your own world.
Can I get more context on the singing, breaking out into song? Is this a?
I wouldn't say for no reason. If you said a word
that evoked a song, it's like the song has to be sung.
I'll go the singing then. I don't think. I feel like
you're gonna need a bigger boat. I think we'll revere the 50th anniversary of Jaws today.
Yeah. I don't know that neither of those speak to me, but I do every now and then. Someone says something and you just gotta hit it.
Okay, I'm gonna go with you're gonna need a bigger boat. Oh, I used to love to just randomly quote Moana. Who's it?
Oh my God.
Maui.
The Maui rap, the Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
So I'm gonna need that.
Yeah,
boat.
literally, I witnessed this moment that will forever be seared into my brain. It was like middle of COVID, like lockdown period. Like we were at peak like crazy, and Henry was living with us. We were in the basement, and he was like doing dishes, and you come up behind him and you just go, "'Cause I'm gonna need that boat," and Henry's like, what? And I was just like the amount of steps you have to take to understand, like,
just to get there.
Another line from that song, like you're not even like you're welcome. You're just like
I'm gonna need that boat. Thank you. Give me that shit.
The second verse, third line.
Okay, the next one is Frenchies, EDM, or extra sharp cheddar cheese.
This is about my brother.
Yeah.
Frenchie. He has a Frenchie.
Bulldog.
He has a Frenchie. He goes to like EDM shows with his friends. And what's the last one?
Extra sharp cheddar cheese.
Easy. I'm going the cheese.
Extra sharp cheddar cheese.
Yeah.
I'm going the cheese, no doubt.
Yeah. I can't roll. The EDM people, I feel like you have to be physically so fit to go to the concerts. The way those people are dancing for hours nonstop. I'm like, how are you not dehydrated? I'd be throwing up and like panting in a corner. Everyone's got lights on. I'm like, I have a migraine. I'm sweaty.
Unfortunately, I don't know.
What did you say is unfortunate?
I feel like I just get bored after a certain point because it's just the same thing over and over, unless you're on drugs.
Well, yes.
Next one is U2, Amaretto on Ice, or Pitch Perfect.
We gotta honor Pitch Perfect. I do like amaretto, but I like to mix it with stuff.
Yeah,
it's a little abrasive straight up, but it is one of my favorite like Christmas time liquors.
Yeah.
I love to add a little amaretti to the coffee. That gets me feeling joyous and spirited about the holidays.
Yeah, early in the morning too, so you're really feeling it. What was I gonna say? So it was Pitch Perfect, Amaretto on Ice, or what was the last one?
U2, the band.
See, I wish I liked U2 more.
No, fuck you two for putting that album on all our phones that we didn't ask for.
I guess I'll go I'll go the amaretto because I feel like if it was a nice amaretto, that sounds really nice. But I don't know that I've ever had like nice amaretto.
Di Serrano, I feel like that's just like the regular Woodhouse brand, and it's pretty good.
Yeah.
The bottle's beautiful too.
Also true.
Yeah. I am gonna go with you too. Next one, reality TV, music bingo, or reading a book right before the movie comes out.
This one's about Jen. I'm gonna pick reality TV. I love reality TV. And that's one of my favorite things to do with you is watch reality TV.
I don't watch a lot of reality TV, and I won't read the book before the movie as much as I want to and try and should, but I never end up doing it. What was the other one?
Music bingo.
Music bingo. I'll go reality TV because I personally think I would have a blast watching reality TV with you specifically, Jen. So
Emily and I just watched. We got caught up on the new Project Runway.
Oh,
there's a new season of Project Runway. Yeah. It's like an all-star sort of situation, but like
fine
also like
so far.
Shows. So there's someone from Drag Race on it, so it's very up to date. I'm watching.
It's fine so far. Alyssa told me that there was some shady shit going on behind the scenes with Tim Gunn, and how they offered Tim
back.
Apparently, he got offered it. And then, like, didn't hear anything else from the network. And then Heidi was like, hey, have you looked over your contract already? And, like, the terms of it. And he was like, what? No, I haven't gotten my contract yet. They gave it to Christian instead. Tim wanted to do it.
So they asked him. He said yes. And then they, like, undercut him and hired someone else.
I think so. Which, mind you, Christian's...
Yeah, okay, we're boycotting now.
I know. Christian's been doing it since Heidi and Tim left originally, I believe. But still, like, sorry, babe.
Package deal.
I exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, sorry. Don't get me wrong. I love Christian. I don't know that
he's not adding anything to the show. I'm sorry that
Tim,
that isn't already being
legend, icon legend Tim Gunn. You just can't replace him. So.
Designers.
Yeah.
Christian Siriano does not garner the same respect. If Tim Gunn was like, hey, you need to get your ass moving, I would do it. Christian Siriano, I'm like, you're a mosquito that I could flick away from.
And it's the same thing with La Roche in the way that, like, I respected Michael Kors' cattiness and, like, rudeness to the contestants. La Roche is not, like, constructive enough to be as mean as he is.
Yeah, I didn't always love Michael Kors because sometimes I was like, shut the fuck up. What do you know? You design ugly bags.
That's true. But I think he'd have a certain class about him.
La Roche has not been hitting with me. I do not like his judging. I think he says shit that is like not applicable to like critiquing the dress. He just like says some out of pocket shit.
Very
like,
stirring the pot, which I think for some reality TV, yes, that makes sense, and that's part of it, and that's very like Drag Race. I know he goes and he judges Drag Race a lot. That makes sense for there. For something like this, especially in your like medium, basically, it screams like, I don't know, unprofessional. Like you're here to like to work and stuff like that. I don't think like, I don't know, like complaining and being like, I can't believe I came over to see all these fugly dresses today. Like, girl, this isn't the show. It's not the same. Anyways, that's me on my high horse.
Agree. Reality TV corner.
Yeah.
I'll go reality TV for the sweet. And back to Drag Race, I just found out what snatch your wig means. It means you're in a queen fight and you rip someone's wig off.
You snatch the wig off.
I've been watching Snatch Game for years. I didn't know what it meant.
Well, your snatch can also mean like your vagina is a snatch. Yes, a snatch. So, but you can also snatch someone. But you can also snatch your waist.
You can be snatched.
Like you snatch it. So you can pull something tight to snatch it. You can pluck it off to snatch it, or it can just mean vagina.
Now I know.
Like most words, it can also just mean vagina.
Yeah. Next one is Junior Mints, word search puzzles, or dragonflies.
Ooh, dragonflies kind of scare me because sometimes they're a little too big, and you're like,
I love a dragonfly.
Like, they land on you, and there's a weight and a heft that I don't like.
They're pretty harmless, though.
I'm gonna go for word searches because even though fuck the New York Crimes. I do pay for their gaming packs so that I can play all the Wordles and I can do all of the crosswords.
Yeah.
Did you say word searches though?
Yes.
Oh no, fuck a word search.
I love a crossword.
Love a crossword, hate a word
Oh, so
search.
you don't play that other one, the Strands?
I do play the Strands. It's not my favorite.
Right.
I like to do the Monday crossword because that's the easy one. That's like the only one I can actually do. All the other crossword, like the full crossword, all the other days.
Yeah, I do the minis.
Also, I hate Junior Mint, mint and chocolate. Specifically, the mint in Junior Mint is toothpaste. It's gross. So I'm gonna say dragonflies, even though they're a little scary to me.
I'll go dragonfly. I think that's like a tattoo I'd like to get like across my shin. I think they're very cool looking and I like the colors. So yeah, and out of all the bugs, that's a pretty good bug.
Nice. I'm gonna go with you guys. I think a dragonfly is cute. Next one is Agent Peggy Carter from Captain America, Supernatural, or Queen.
What gets the most respect from me? The band Queen. What do I have to pick out of my like obligation to honoring myself as a person? Supernatural. The
That's
place
fair.
that show held in my life for so long.
You were there.
Unbeatable.
You were there.
I was there. I was in the trenches. I was in those super hulag trenches with you bitches.
And I
And
still
I'd
live
like
you.
to forget it, and I can't.
Burned into my memory. I'll go Queen because I'll tell you what, I wasn't there. I was watching from the sidelines, but I was not there.
You said, I'm going to stay away from you freaks.
Exactly. I stuck to my One Direction. Thank you.
A different kind of freaky teen girl.
Exactly.
I'll go with Peggy Carter. Next one is a big bowl of popcorn, the Red Sox, or Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Wait, I do love a big bowl of popcorn.
I was gonna
though,
say.
but bowl implies that I'm at my house, and my favorite place to consume popcorn is the movie theater. So if it was like big bag of popcorn, maybe. Except if you do get the biggest size, it low key is a bowl.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
kind of a. Do you know what something as a cinema enjoyer, as a movie lover,
Tell
I
me.
have never and probably I will never get one of those fuck ass popcorn buckets. The Dune Worm one was iconic and funny for a second. All of the ones after that, it's like $37 for a tiny piece of plastic. They make them for every blockbuster now. They're never clever. The Freaky Friday one was kind of funny. They had like soda cans that looked like popcorn, and the popcorn looked like a soda because it was like reversed.
cute.
It was clever, but it's just like a step of marketing that I'm like, it's $40 fucking dollars, and it's a
too
hunk of
much.
plastic.
It's
It's
too
landfill
much.
plastic. Like I can't go there. Unfortunately.
I've yet to be wooed by them, but I am constantly wooed by popcorn, so I'll go popcorn on this.
Okay, and then I'll go Game of Thrones. Next one is Pikachu, How to Train Your Dragon, or Making Pancakes.
Ooh, Pikachu versus pancakes is really tough because I don't really like to eat pancakes, or I don't like to make pancakes. I just like to eat them because I feel like I always do a bad job. I always kind of fuck it up. I kind of burn it. I'm gonna pick Pikachu. Ain't nothing wrong with Pikachu.
It's making pancakes specifically, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll go making pancakes. I feel good on a stove in the morning.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with making pancakes too.
What's your favorite additive? I like M&Ms in my pancakes because I'm fucked, but I love blueberries as well.
Yeah, I like the blueberries. I like a blueberry like syrup situation. Blueberries and syrup situation, I would say is my ideal.
I like a cinnamon swirl, kind of a cinnamon swirl, kind of a hybrid kind of feel, like a cinnamon bun pancake. Yeah. Next one, gin and tonic, Dungeons and Dragons, or Greta Van Fleet.
Damn, you're gonna make me pick on myself. I'm gonna pick Dungeons and Dragons, maybe just out of recency bias. But if I had to give, if I had to give the other two up, I think I could live without Greta and without Jin, but I don't think I could live without Dungeons and Dragons.
Unfortunately, I do love a gin and tonic, but I feel like that's situational. I enjoy Greta Van Fleet a good enough amount that I think I'll go with them. Definitely waiting on a new album, so.
Me too. Greta Van Fleet for me. Next one, making risotto for big groups of people. Comfy robe and slippers, or a paloma.
Ooh, this is about Henry. I'm gonna say, because I like to eat the risotto, but I'm not gonna make the risotto, so I'll say comfy robe and slippers. Because Henry will like put on a blanket. He'll have on like a hoodie and then a blanket, and then he'll put a robe on to like secure the blanket around him and then tie the robe, so he looks 400 pounds. He looks like a big man. I would say he looks like Baron Harkonnen because he kind of like looks like he's floating a little bit.
That's fucking awesome.
Like massive and just like floating down the hallway. He gets mad comfy, you know.
Oh my God.
He travels with the comfort, you know.
Oh, he's comfy maxing, that's for sure. Oh, I really respect his game like that. I'm gonna go risotto for big groups though, because I like to host and I like to cook. So
Nice. I'll go with the comfy robe and slippers too. I want to drink Palomas with Henry because I'm a tequila girl, but I can't do the grapefruit juice.
not grapefruit.
Oh.
It's not a no.
Yeah,
No, you don't want that,
it.
Jen.
No,
Yeah.
I don't love tequila either, though, so I can't really speak on that.
Okay,
Yeah, you're not
last
missing
one.
anything.
Last one: fish and chips, crocheting, or Josh Groban.
Oh my god. I'll pick fish and chips because I'm shit at crocheting. And although I do have respect for Josh Groban as he does raise me up, I love a beer batter cod situation.
Who's Josh Groban? Kill yourself. I would vote for that alone, but I'll probably go crocheting because that's something I would like to learn how to do. And it's also the perfect gift. Like my mom knows maybe 3 different styles of crocheting, and all she does for anyone that ever needs a gift is a big blanket. And that's it. She like sits and watches her shows and just crochets. Doesn't even have to look at it. It's perfect.
And everybody loves it when you give it away. They're like, ooh, like
It's amazing.
Yeah,
It's the best blanket.
we have so many great blankets, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will
It's a good problem to have.
I'll go, since you did crocheting, you did fish and chips, I'll go with Josh Groban. And that is it for family values.
Family values. Our family values, mostly like food and booze and TV. I love that. And I love you, Jen. Thank you for being here. And we'll see you next week.
Okay, love you guys. Have an awesome night.
Bye.
Bye, Jen. Love.
But then my last shout out jump scare cast member that I just this is just weirdly specific to me, but Tony Shalhoub as TV's monk is a vocal stem phrase
Of course.
of Henry's. He'll say, "Oh, Tony Shalhoub, TV's monk." Anytime the word monk gets brought up, he's like, "Tony Shalhoub, TV's monk." Tony Shalhoub, who is TV's monk, was in this film and had like exactly 3 lines. He was singing the Macho Man song in the bar when Debbie flees and goes to the bar and is like surrounded by men. And I was like, is that Tony Shalhoub, TV's monk? And it was.
Yes, ma'am, it was.
That was my
That's
true jump scare of this
amazing.
film. Tony Shalhoub, TV's monk. Because I play D&D a lot, monk comes up and Henry always says Tony Shalhoub, TV's monk. Wait,
I had no idea. Dang. Okay.
while I'm on my D&D shit,
Please tell
let
me.
me tell you what I think about this movie. So basically what happens is Uncle Fester is single, looking for love, virginal even.
Original. Yeah.
And Miss Debbie Jelinsky, Joan Cusack, she is a murderer. She's a serial killer.
The Black Widow.
She gets her husband, she takes that bag, and she moves on, and she's a master of disguise. So she shows up to be the nanny, but really she's trying to get that Uncle Fester D and that bag, and then we actually do get the conclusion. We get the romance, the follow-up, the execution of the plan, to the marriage, to the seduction, and then she tries to kill him and she can't kill him, and she keeps trying to
It's
kill
one
him
of
and she
those
can't
things
kill him, and he is just like quivering because of how horny he is.
And literally on
he
his
still does
knees.
everything she says, but she just like can't
absolutely.
fucking kill him.
Yeah. She's got him in a cock cage, like, entirely. But I thought it was funny. I thought she was gonna go a little harder with the murder attempts. We only get like maybe 2 or 3. I figured we would get a what's it called? Fast cuts of a ton of different ones.
A montage.
I thought we'd get a montage, but I'm really glad that we didn't, because I think that could have gotten old really fast.
Maybe, but I was really into this dynamic of like woman gold digging woman who wants to murder husband versus quirked up husband who cannot die. Like, I just find this character dynamic to be compelling, and I'm glad that we got to this point, right, in the story. Like, the idea is that she's gonna rob him, and it's like, and then we get to see the fruition of the whole plan executed. It's not just like the whole time she was like leading up to trying to get engaged. It's like the engagement ring wasn't the end point. That happened like 20 minutes into the film.
Fast. It's perfect.
Oh, and the baby, when she's like, I'm having a baby right now. Obsessed. We're moving.
It's so drag.
Pacing.
You know what I mean?
It's camp. We're doing comedy, and you got to get with it, and so we're speeding the pace up. But I'm over here thinking about, like, undying warlocks and the pack of the immortal, and like Uncle Fester is this unkillable being but with like no brain. And I feel like when you're a warlock in D&D, the whole thing about a warlock is that you've made some sort of like pact or a deal with like a dark entity to get your magic. So your magic comes from this pact you have with something like usually kind of evil. So I feel like, you know, here's the concept, because this is what came to me originally when watching the movie Jackass. I have never seen Jackass, and I was like,
wow.
I was like, Johnny Knoxville. Yes. I was like,
what did you think?
Recently, for the first time in my life, I watched a Jackass,
what
but
did
it was
you think?
really reminiscent of like that era of YouTube, of like prank and stunt YouTube, which I definitely was like watching those. So it wasn't like too jarring, but I think it is a cultural touchstone that should be studied to identify the early 2000s.
Yes.
And like just, I don't know, that period of time, I think that captures so fucking perfectly. I think me watching it for the first time in 2025, I think of it as more of a period piece and like an experimental film. Whereas I'm sure if I would have thought that this shit is stupid if I saw it when I was like a teenager or whatever.
Of course. But it's like,
I had a strange amount of reverence. I had a certain amount of reverence for the Jackass series.
It's like, it's performance art, if you ask me.
But like, to me, Johnny Knoxville like made a deal with the devil,
absolutely,
so that he cannot die, and he cannot feel pain, and he cannot die. And then he like went and hung out with a bunch of guys who want to fucking kill him for real, and then they just fuck around. So I feel like what it is when you make the deal with the dark entity to gain your power, your immortality and your power, the dark entity is then also punishing you for seeking out immortality, and they set upon you people who want to get you down, right? So it's like, to me, Uncle Fester is the warlock who made the pact, but the funniest thing to do to an idiot man who wants to live forever is put on a woman, like a wife who wants you dead, right? Like, so the dark forces that be sent Joan Cusack
it needs to balance things out
as karmically linked punishment to Uncle Fester.
We need to find an equilibrium.
Exactly. And
I like this.
And I feel like that character dynamic is so good because it's like Steve-O and Johnny Knoxville, and Steve-O is like this fucking masochistic freak, and Johnny Knoxville just like can't die.
Exactly.
It's beautiful. It's something beautiful about that to me. She used some sort of strange sexual spell. I respect that. When Morticia was like, you disrespected our family and took Fester away, and all of those things I can forgive. But what I can't forgive, pastels, icon. But she's like, you did some weird sexual spell on him, which is devious, but I can kind of, she's like, shout you out for that, girl. And
well, there's so many nasty reads in this. Like, I loved, what was it? The one that's like, is that your swimsuit? Is that your overbite?
Oh my god, yeah, she is quick with it. I loved her. I loved that they were like unapologetically like just beat on like young blonde women. They were like they're like they the said, bitchy girl.
We don't have anything else to do.
They're like, the bitchy girl is gonna be an obnoxious blonde bitch, and she's gonna have 8 blonde bitch friends, and Wednesday's gonna stomp them into the dirt.
And it was perfect.
And it was
wouldn't have it any other way. Yeah.
I also think I like Pugsley a lot more in this one. I don't think he left a big impression on me in movie 1, but I think I enjoyed him much more in movie 2.
I liked him coming out as the turkey. I did. I must admit.
Hilarious. And him and Wednesday sort of teaming up against the baby. I feel like we got more like sibling dynamics. there.
Yeah, his hair did eat down too.
Oh my god, he's like IRL Bobby Hill. Not when he talks, because as soon as he talks, you're like, that's not Bobby Hill. But
yeah, but for sure.
But like visually to me, it's giving Bobby
That's
Hill.
Bobby Hill, absolutely.
Oh my god, he's gonna star in the Bobby Hill biopic. Did you hear they're making a Bobby Hill biopic?
Excuse me?
Who could they make a biopic about next?
God, that is the question, isn't it?
Bobby Hill. I dare you.
Yeah.
I've actually never really watched King of the Hill. I've only really ever watched the episode where Peggy wins at Boggle. That's if you're familiar.
Literally nothing to me, so I can't say that I have either.
I was feeling like kind of an old head the other day, and I was like, damn, I should watch The Simpsons. I'm like, I've never watched The Simpsons, and I feel like culturally, I feel like I would watch it, and I'd be like, oh, that's where that comes from. Like, literally, I feel like The Simpsons is the origin of, like, all that shit, but I've never seen it. And then every time I think about watching it, I'm like, ugh.
I'm not a Simpsons girl either. The closest thing I'll get is I was playing a pinball machine that was Simpsons themed today, and that was gas.
Wait, I love some pinball.
I know. We were at this me and Lauren, who we might have on as a special guest later this month for a certain movie. But we were at this what was it? We were at which shout out Hannah Lesbos, shout out Lesbos News. If you're in Boston and you're gay, a gay woman specifically, Lesbos News is a lesbian newsletter that goes around. It's fucking awesome. But they hosted what did they host? They hosted a Justin Bieber lookalike contest last night at Jacques.
That's hilarious.
Which was phenomenal.
Wait, lesbians who look like Justin Bieber? That's so funny.
Yes.
And what did the winner get? A Dunkin' Donuts gift card?
Winner got a bit of a swag bag, so it was actually pretty. Awesome. It was pretty dope. But I must admit, one of my favorite parts playing Galaga and Miss Pac-Man at the crowded lesbian bar.
Yes,
absolutely, it was.
Wait, can we go? I eat at Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll have to put you up to the test against Lauren because they were really crushing it. So that's their game. I'm a Galaga girl.
I will be in the up in the arcade just because nobody ever wanted to play that one because there were always more other fun games. So I'm like, yeah, get away from me. I'm like, I'm gonna crank Miss. When a pizza place has a Miss Pac-Man, ooh, you hoes are done.
In. Mm-hmm,
But fuck, marry, kill. This is so hard. I feel like we should do. Should we just do Morticia, Gomez, Joan Cusack? Or
I think so, yeah, because I feel like
that's like the sexy
those
corner.
Are the three. Yeah, exactly. Those are the three freaks too.
Because if we like throw in Fester, like I'm sorry, buddy, but you're dying. Like if we add in,
it's just not. No,
Christine Baranski's
right.
also getting chopped. Like everyone else is getting chopped. So I feel like this is the only way where there's a debate.
This is the correct lineup. Oh, God, I feel like I think I'm gonna have to. Oh, man, damn it! I think I'm gonna have to kill Morticia because I think she's a little too coy and a little too quiet for me. I need the Gomez. I need his high energy. I need him to be all over me, telling him how much he loves me. Like Morticia's a little more reserved, and I think that would make me really anxious. So I need Gomez to be my personal hype man every single day. I want some of that.
Out onto the dance floor.
I want some of that. Yes, please. I would love to wake up to that sort of enthusiasm every morning.
Way Gomez and Morticia are giving tea for tea. That's like
exactly.
Please,
where is that tea for tea couple? Please, I need to see someone do this
Halloween
year.
Costume.
Oh my god, so good. Yeah, but I'm gonna do that, and then unfortunately, I'm gonna give Morticia what she wants, and I'm going to kill her, and I'm gonna fuck Joan Cusack, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit, the way she sucked on Fing's finger
at the very beginning.
At the very beginning, I was like, yeah, that's it. That's all it takes. I would be smitten just like Buster.
That is where I put the mental note where I'm like, oh, we're really working within the bounds of PG-13 here. Like, that is just about as much as you can do. Yeah, we're making it work.
We're pushing it. We're pushing it. And it's fantastic. It's beautiful and gorgeous and hysterical. But yeah, I'm getting crazy with her. And then I'm going to go back to my mans. What about you?
Hard, because I want to say marry Joan Cusack, and I'll be the one to end the line. And I'll adore her and get her the Barbie. I'll get her the ballerina Barbie. There will be no Malibu Barbie.
I don't know. I don't know if you'll be able to keep her satiated, Dara.
And I know, and I don't have any money. Like, she's not gonna like me. So it'd have to be like a partnership where we scam men together. And I think
which could be hot.
I could work the back end. I can sort of be the pimp. I'll drive the getaway
you're
car
handling
or
the finances. Yeah.
So I think I will marry her. I'll fuck Morticia because I want that under eye lighting.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
When she was spinning on that dance floor, and then she would spin, and then they would just like cut to just like her like on her ass on the ground, like doing a fucking head spin,
like 600 flips in a row.
Just absolutely sent me. But no, just every line delivery she has in this movie just fucking sent me. And then I'll kill Gomez. Sorry, buddy. That's too much attention for me.
Fair enough. You want your space. I respect that. Yeah. I feel like I could get him to fuck off if I needed to.
Too much PDA from Gomez, but I do love the energy.
I like that. Yeah. And then a whole movie, I think I would stick with my choices, but I think I would ask Thing to join us. I think I would ask Thing to join me and
wait,
and Debbie.
I'm actually just gonna fuck the Thing. That's all I want.
Absolutely.
It's just the hand.
Of course. I think that's also an excellent choice.
Optimal. That seems
absolute. Just I just need an extra one sometimes, guys. And
then I'm gonna kill that man at the camp.
Well, of course, yeah.
Because between him and Christine Baranski, it seemed like he was pulling some more devious strings as far as the racism.
Certainly.
Although Christine Baranski, you are not off the hook here. But I'll say he was the worst. So I'll kill that man. And then who am I going to marry? Out of everyone in the film, I guess I'll just marry Fester. And then I can just be part of the fam.
There you go.
I could be Dementia. I'm kind of like Dementia. At the end, they're like, this bald bitch named Dementia's here for you. I'm like, I kind of resonate with that.
Fair enough. I see that. But what are you gonna serve? You're watching this with all of your camp friends, and what's on the menu?
I feel like you should just have like a Hungry Man dinner of like Thanksgiving, like turkey with gravy, Hungry Man frozen dinner.
Okay.
To really celebrate what Thanksgiving is all about, which is American capitalism.
Obviously.
And then I actually put more thought into my cocktail. At one point, Gomez shakes up a little bottle for the baby, and he puts in an egg. Yeah. And like some drops of blood.
Yeah, the baby's been hungover for 3 weeks. It's awesome.
It's like he puts in like blood, an egg, and vodka.
Yeah, vodka.
And he shakes it up and he gives it to the baby. And I was like, I'm like, well, boom, cocktail right there. So I'm like, what is an egg white vodka cocktail? Which egg whites sometimes freak me out, but I feel like I've been trying to be more adventurous at restaurants when ordering cocktails to not rule out the egg white ones. They're usually whiskey based, which I kind of stay away from anyways, but usually the egg white, it would freak me out, but now I'm like kind of coming around to it, and I kind of like when it has like the foam also, like, on the top. When done right, I can get down with an egg white.
It's one of those things too, if you have an issue with it, like doing it in your house and like actually making the cocktail yourself, there's a good way that you can, if you want to dehydrate it, I'm sure you can do it in your oven. You can dehydrate egg whites and then just sprinkle them in.
It's powder, right?
So it's powderized, and it basically does the same thing, which is really cool. But just so you don't have to deal with the ickiness of, eggs and separating eggs. But anyways, vodka drink with an egg.
Which would be an orange Campari vodka sour.
I also want orange.
Yeah, so you do, orange juice, Campari, vodka, egg white, and maple syrup, and then you shake that up, and that's a nice little cocktail, I guess.
That sounds really good.
That sounds
really, really good.
That's what Gomez is shaking up for baby Pubert.
Absolutely. That's so funny. Too, that's just something that someone came up with, like, in their car on the way to work one day. It's just like who can come up with the ugliest baby name? Pubert. And it was like a race. Yeah, that's really genius.
I love the punch of the joke, too. It's like we were thinking Lucifer and Beelzebub, But then we thought we should give him a respectable name that, you know, a person can grow into, and it's Pubert.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's really
I almost feel like
amazing.
that's like too close to Pugsley, though. Like, you already have a son with a weird P name, right? Like, Wednesday Pugsley, like, what could the third kid be named? I just keep it Lucifer. That would have been funny.
Lucifer would have been good, but yeah. I don't know.
Hubert is pretty funny.
It's hysterical. Like, the baby with the mustache.
Oh my god. I was like, did they use products on this baby's face? Like, were they, I know it was twins. They were using twins for sure.
Yeah.
But I was like, they're putting powdered makeup on this baby. Like, this baby better not be inhaling any fumes.
It was probably baby powder anyways.
Whatever. The little mustache on the baby was so funny. Well, the fact he turned good.
He literally, I'm sorry. It's just so, like, class act in, like, comedy writing for a PG-13 movie.
Swap out the baby.
It's hysterical. But yeah, I was feeling an orange wine for this. I definitely went a camp vibe because I wanted to also pay homage to, you know, the humble turkey for Thanksgiving, but instead I think a turkey club sounds very it just still sounds very summer campy, you know.
Yeah,
and like an orange wine outside.
Sounds
kind of nice. Yeah. But what are you gonna follow this up with? You finished this. You guys want more. What's going on?
I feel like I've just been on one. I think you should watch Jackass. I think you should.
I like that.
I think you should
After
experience
this movie, that's really perfect.
more like a Guys Who Cannot Die. You know, watch at your own risk. It is visually quite jarring.
Stunning is a good word.
Men drink their own urine and like smear shit on each other in this film. So that's what I'll flag for Jackass. But
yeah. It's truly something.
Well, I have to respect their craft. What
Absolutely.
about you?
You went the buck wild route that this movie takes. I went for the family side of it because I think we keep it rolling on the Christina Ricci train and we watch Mermaids after this.
Mermaids? What's Mermaids?
Do you know what this is? Mermaids. It's her and her mother Cher and her sister Winona Ryder.
Oh my god.
And they live in like a coastal New England town. And I don't know much of the premise besides that. It's one of those ones that it's always on and you only ever catch like 20 minutes of it or something like that.
Yeah, what the hell? I've never heard of this. This is crazy.
Yeah, Danny DeVito, main character Danny DeVito. Yeah, but I think it's very much an 80s family movie and I can still get down with it. So I think you watch Mermaids.
I'm gonna have to look into this. This looks wild.
I truly can't endorse it in my entirety, but I mean, I can't say it's bad. I think it looks good. I know Cher has a song. I know there's a song that Cher did with Christina Ricci and Winona Ryder as like her little backup singers.
Wait, that's so cute.
Yeah, they're in little polka dot dresses. They're in the studio swaying. It's awesome.
Maybe I'll just watch that.
I think that's a great call. Yeah. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and it's Jackass or Mermaids.
Jackass or Mermaids. Yeah, what are the two genders? Jackass or Mermaids? Wait, and the way that they are T for T, because they said the baby is it a boy or a girl, and they said it's an Addams. They're like non-binary T for this baby. It's just creepy. It's goth. It's goth.
I don't know. His name is Pubert. I don't know, guys.
I don't know. His name is Pubert, but he can be anything he wants.
Exactly.
And thank you all for listening. We'll continue summer camp the rest of this month, but then who's to say where we will go? You never know here at the swamp. Do we have anything to plug? Not really. Not these days.
No.
We're just
send us an email if you want to talk. If you have any suggestions, whatever you want.
Word or social media. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your week. Goodbye and good night.